Welcome to the Gus Alva Perspective. I thank you for being with us on this videocast that embraces the mindset of gratitude and abundance over the mindset of scarcity and fear. Being a board certified psychiatrist, I thought that it might be a great idea to take a look at inspiration and examples of common themes noted through the prism of the psychiatry point of view and helping advance different concepts. The video cast that I'd like to share with you today is How Kind Are You? And kindness, often heralded as one of humanity's most noble virtues, is one such trait that many assume to be innate in nature. However, a deeper exploration will reveal that kindness is largely molded by life experiences, through socialization, and through personal choices. What I'm hoping to do with this videocast is to explore the complexities of kindness, examining the influences of upbringing, environment, and individual experiences in shaping persons' propensities for kindness. In the psychiatric setting, we oftentimes see individuals who have genetic traits, meaning that their mom and dad gave them heritable factors that subsequently help so as to be able to figure out who that individual is going to be. However, epigenetics, meaning factors that revolve around that individual's life, can sometimes change your very DNA. So let's explore first this debate of nature versus nurture. What is this innate potential for kindness? Genetically speaking, as I made mention, humans may carry a genetic predisposition for empathy, for altruism, and these are traits that are closely linked to kindness. We certainly know this based on studies showing that even infants exhibit rudimentary forms of empathy early on in life. If we were to take a look at basic instincts, while there may be a biological basis for kindness, it's oftentimes intertwined with basic survival instincts that might manifest as both social and self-preserving behaviors. If we consider nurture, let's take into consideration that from early childhood, individuals learn behaviors through observation and imitation. This is that whole concept of socialization. Part of the reason by which children are encouraged to go to pre-kindergarten, to go to kindergarten. In fact, there have been different textbooks that basically stipulate that everything that author or that individual writing that book needed to learn was actually learned in kindergarten. But the important point here is that parents and caregivers and peers play a crucial role in modeling kindness. Culturally, we have to take into consideration that different cultures emphasize various aspects of kindness. This might include hospitality, generosity, and community support. And it might not be a bad idea for us to actually key in on some of those factors because these cultural norms significantly shape how kindness gets expressed and valued. If we consider the influence of upbringing and environment, I can't think of a better model than parental influence or the role that parents take. Children oftentimes want to emulate the behavior of their parents, and this modeling behavior is such an important concept because parents who demonstrate kindness, empathy, and compassion towards others instill these values in their children. I still recall walking with my father and seeing a panhandler in the street and seeing my father actually giving this individual some money so as to be able to have some food so that this individual could actually get by. You know, that remained with me throughout life. And unfortunately, we now see individuals that take advantage of that very notion of kindness, that instead of actually, seeking out money for food, will actually utilize that money to satisfy, again, their appetite for additional destruction that's self brought on with the utilization of drugs. But that is one great example of a modeling behavior that can certainly carry over. Positive reinforcement's really important. When we encourage kind behavior through praise and rewards, that reinforces this importance of kindness. Conversely, negative reinforcement might suppress the expression of kindness. So it's not a bad idea for us to be cognizant, to be leery, to be wary of how it is that we approach others when we see different acts of kindness being done. The educational system that we have our children go through is very important because schools play a pivotal role in teaching and reinforcing kindness. Programs focused on social emotional learning, anti-bullying campaigns, and community service projects promote a culture of kindness. And that's not a bad thing to have. Remember that peer interactions are also important because positive peer relationships and inclusive school environments foster kindness. Conversely, environments with high levels of competition and exclusion might hinder the development of kind behaviors. And ultimately, if we think of personal experiences and choices, there's a lot of great examples where we can take a look at how it is that we might build certain points that are worthwhile keeping. Let's consider first what happens when adversity and resilience are brought into the picture. Empathy through hardship is an interesting concept because experiencing adversity can enhance empathy and compassion. And individuals who have faced significant challenges oftentimes develop a deeper understanding and willingness to help others. If we consider resilience and kindness, overcoming personal difficulties can lead to a stronger commitment to being kind as individuals recognize the value of support and compassion. In the past, we've talked about mindfulness and being self aware. Well, reflective practices and personal growth are very, very useful along the lines of embracing and adopting kindness. And voluntary actions are always important because acts of kindness and the role of altruism can't be beat. Ultimately, the dynamic nature of kindness is one in which you've got two very important things: continual development, because kindness is a lifelong process and adapts in changing over the course of time, and challenges and growth mean that as we face adversity and we learn from mistakes, we now have better templates from which to draw on regarding this concept of kindness. And while the potential for kindness may have biological roots, as we saw, it's predominantly shaped by life experiences, by socialization, and by conscious choices. From the influences of parents and education to the impact of personal adversity and mindfulness, kindness is a trait that evolves and matures over time. And having a mindset of gratitude and abundance allows us the understanding that kindness is coded by experiences rather than being purely innate, and thus elevates the importance of fostering environments that encourage and model compassionate behavior. With that said, I thank you for joining us on the Gus Alpha Perspective on this theme of being kind, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the day. Thank you.